look at things in a new light.
Alright, I hope you enjoyed that demonstration, no matter how shabby and it might have been. It wasn't meant to be the greatest thing in the world. It's just a proof of concept. So that's just my idea of what the card might look like if it were implemented into the game. Now, first and most important thing here is that this card is designed to single-handedly make Priest playable. And this card cannot possibly make Priest good by itself. It would have to be completely overpowered to do that. But my goal in making this card was creating a card that actually just is completely overpowered, is a card that could turn the game in the favor of the person who plays it. But I wanted it to not only be really powerful, I think it's also important to have a card that's fun to see played. So if you're an opponent and someone plays this card against you, it promotes strategy and it promotes it doesn't promote aggro decks full of cards and getting good luck, good draws, and just annihilating the opponent with overpowered cards. This card can be countered with one thing, and that is strategy. So it promotes intense thinking, long turns, and it's just, this card is basically the strategy card. If you want to slow down your opponent and make them think completely about what they're doing, you can play this card. They'll have no idea what cards they're playing. And basically after that, if they get lucky enough to kill it, then it's basically a waste. But hopefully they would have spent some mana doing that. And if they weren't able to kill it on the first turn, then you basically just wasted the opponent's entire turn. And that's why this card is so good. So I think this would be a great addition to the game, and I think it's definitely exactly what Priest needs right now. Because adding another card for Priest that's just silence a minion, heal, restore health, restore health, restore health. Whenever you cast a spell, restore health. Look at whenever you restore health, restore 2 more health. That's just what Blizzard's been doing lately with Priest, and that's, first of all, that's not interesting. That's not going to attract new players to the game, and it's not going to make old players want to buy the cards or to play Priest. So they need, first of all, interesting concepts, which I think is exactly what this card is. I think it's a brilliant concept. And then, second of all, they need powerful cards and different cards. They can't just have more restoring health, and that's what Priest always is. It's just restore health. And this is something different, but still very powerful and possibly synergistic with Priest. Second, and most important, I know a lot of people would complain, this card's stats are terrible. They're barely playable card. It's like, this card would only work maybe 40% of the time. So, this is, again, just a proof of concept. This card isn't final or in any way. It's not a real card either. It's just an idea, and I think it's a good idea. So, something that might make the card better, give it 2 more health, because then it doesn't just get one shot by fireball. Or you can reduce its mana cost to 5, and maybe give it 1 more health if you do that as well. And 5 mana, 3/7, it's a little bit better, because if you played on turn 5, then the opponent would have 5 mana. If they want to, they can Fireball, and then they can't ping it because they don't have enough. So really, its stats could be better. But that's not the focus here. And next, what this card is really for. First of all, it counters huge hands. Lately, whenever I've been playing a game, I'll see maybe a shaman or a mage who has a lot of powerful, very powerful cards. 4 mana, 7/7, 4 mana, deal 6 damage. Just powerful, powerful cards. Kabbalist's Tome fills your hand with good spells. So this counters giant hands, and this counters just having a pretty decently sized hand at all would make it very hard to play against this card. The main thing that this card gets countered by and is not good against is aggro, obviously, because if your opponent has enough damage on board to kill it, it's not gonna do anything. So that's the main issue with this card. But theoretically, if you're gonna play it, you should have enough stuff to clear the board before you play it anyways. So, yeah. In theory, you might have an Akane of Soul Priest Akane Soul Priest already on board, and you could circle heal and then play this, or if it was 5 mana, change to 5 mana, you can turn 7 Embrace the Shadow, circle heal, play this. Your opponent now can't do anything. So it is really a powerful idea. It's a powerful card. It's way, way more powerful than any cards that Blizzard has decided to give Priest in recent times. I think it would honestly balance out Priest. Just a little bit, by itself. Again, this card will not fix Priest. It can't. I mean, Priest needs more than one good card to become good. But this card will help it on its path. And it doesn't have to be this card in particular. I honestly wouldn't care if Blizzard didn't implement this card. Even though if they implemented something like it, I would be very, very happy. Because I think it's it would be so much fun to play this card in a game. But if they implement a fun, powerful card like this, like something like Nozdormu, something that just crazy effects, the cards like Embrace, like Renounce Darkness, even Curse of Rapham, just interesting cards with interesting powers, interesting concepts that do something not necessarily good, just something crazy and fun that you can build, that maybe build. This card maybe not, but a lot of cards you can build a deck around them, and it's great. That Blizzard needs to add more of that to Hearthstone, because that's what makes Hearthstone fun. So honestly, this card I think would be a good option for Priest, but anything like it, anything powerful, is even actually more than that. I don't really care if it's powerful. I just want Blizzard to add something fun to play. Because if you can maybe not win games all the time with Priest, but if you can play like a Shadow Priest aggro deck of some sort and have fun with it, that would make Hearthstone a lot more fun. So in the next expansion, I truly hope there's something like this coming along.